Hello everybody, welcome back to Fonz Talk. It is I, Fonz the Falcon, your jersey connoisseur here in the wonderful world of YouTube, and we got ourselves another video. That's right, continuing with the ending of the videos for the football season, the next one on here is the best Super Bowl matchup. Super Bowl 58 has come and gone, but doesn't mean that we can talk some more Super Bowl stuff, but this is just the uniforms itself. After watching this past Super Bowl, I wanted to see if it cracked the top 10, so I made my list of my top 10 favorite Super Bowl matchups of all time, but not about the game, just the uniforms alone. I mean, you guys know how this works if you've seen the past videos on here. Just the uniforms, we don't care about the game action itself. It's just the best uniform matchups. It's basically the home and away team, or if it's on a neutral site. If the uniforms clash well together, from the helmet down to the socks, you know how it goes. You guys know the deal here by now. But just a quick reminder here, by the way, Fans Idea, if you want yourself a custom-made jersey, get yourself one. They gave me a slick back one here, a Fans Idea for my podcast. Subscribe to it, by the way, if you haven't. Custom-made one. Fonz the Falco slick back with the Mets colors on here. They do countless types of designs here. They don't just do baseball, they do basketball, football, hockey, shirts, hats, everything. Go to fansidea.com right now. Use code FONZ, F-O-N-Z, for 10% off your order. Custom made jersey, high quality, great stitching. You do whatever you want on here. They got my podcast logo on here. You can put anything, a family portrait, picture of yourself, any number, name, anything. Font's great. Again, I can't tell you how incredible this jersey is. I got two of them, by the way. You've seen my other past videos. Go to fansidea.com right now. Code FONZ, F-O-N-Z, for 10% off, and get yourself a custom made jersey now. Again, this is my personal opinion. Let me know down below what is your favorite Super Bowl matchup. Again, just on the uniforms itself. And let's get into it. Starting here with the number 10 best uniform matchup, strictly on the uniforms alone, from Super Bowl 37 between the Oakland Raiders back then and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Raiders went with their classic look here, the white, silver, and black socks with the white socks. Also, in the Buccaneers went with the old school look. You remember here with the Buccaneer red, pewter, and black. This was the best Bucs uniforms in my opinion. Thank God they never had those alarm clock ones back then. And I said with the Raiders, they said they're plain. People say they're kind of whatever. But I like this. It's a classic throwback design with the modern era here. But even back then, it looked really nice here. It's plain with the silver pants and white jersey. I get that. But it meshed really well with this one here with the red jersey and the pewter pants. Again, this was the Bucs' best era of uniforms. I'm glad they brought them back. And the Raiders, timeless, classic look. You honestly can't beat it. Going back in the vault here for number 9 of the best uniform Super Bowl matches from Super Bowl 25 between the Buffalo Bills and New York Giants. The Bills are going to make a couple appearances on this list, and we'll get into that a little bit later here. The Bills went with their white, and red sock look. The Giants' old school look was the blue jerseys, white pants, and the blue socks. A very old school, classic design here that holds up today really nicely. I like these Giants helmets with the Giants scripture on it. Very old school. I'm glad they brought these back in the modern era now. And the Bills, for some reason, I like that red helmet. I know Bills fans like it and hate it at the same time. It's like very 50-50 with it. While I personally think the red helmets are cool, I wouldn't be upset if they brought them back. And these Bills jerseys are really nice. I like the blue numbers here with the red outline. These are classic old school Bills jerseys, that red helmet. And they clash out with the Giants' simple big blue look. And that helmet matchup was really, really nice. The number 8 matchup is probably one of the more boring Super Bowls we've watched here, but again, we do not care about the game on Fonz Talk jersey. That is Super Bowl 48 between the Seattle Seahawks and Denver Broncos. The Seahawks just came out with a new look during that time when Nike became the uniform provider here with these crazy uniforms back then, the white, navy, and navy white sock look. The Broncos with the orange jerseys, white pants, and the blue and white socks. I remember back then, not a lot of people were watching this uniform, but I particularly watched the entire Super Bowl because I just kind of like this uniform matchup a lot. I personally don't know why. The Seahawks uniforms, maybe they don't hold up as now, but back then when they debuted, they were really modern, really out there, really crazy design. And the Broncos one, orange one, it was a really, really good jersey. Nice, colorful matchup here, and it's an underrated one, I think. And again, I think because the score was so bad here, but again, don't talk about the game itself. That's why not people talk about it, but the uniform matchup was really, really nice. Number 7 matchup is the most recent Super Bowl, Super Bowl 58. And I'm also counting Super Bowl 54 on here between the Niners and Chiefs because they wore the exact same uniform in this matchup. Both times the Niners went with their white jersey, gold pants, and the red and white socks, and the Chiefs, classic look, doesn't change here, and with the red jerseys, white pants, and the red and white striped socks. It's two classic uniforms that don't really change anything in the history of this franchise that meshed well together on the field. It looked good in both times in the Super Bowl. I know people want variety and change, but this one, it's a classic look that fits in the modern era now. Chiefs, dynasty, probably. I gotta stop myself for a second because we don't talk about the actual sports itself and the action, just the uniform matchup. But for here, the helmet matchup here was really good too, and everything between, really, really nice. I will mention one other detail here with the Niners uniforms. Their first Super Bowl in 54, the 49ers name above the number here and the stripes were a little bit different to what they are now. They look a little bit better. A little tweak helped a lot, but it still qualifies. They're both on here. Still a great uniform matchup. Now the question is, will the Chiefs ever even get new uniforms? I'm kind of curious if they ever would do that. My number 6 favorite Super Bowl matchup, strictly on the uniforms alone, is from Super Bowl 56 between the Rams and Bengals. Now, I've given a lot of flack for the Rams with their revived uniforms in 2020 when the bone jerseys and the royal jerseys, but when they came out with these white ones as considered an alternate at the time, I really thought these were really nice, and it's the best of the set here with the yellow pants and the blue socks. And this is actually also the first year the Bengals came new uniforms with the black jerseys, the white pants with the orange stripes on the side, and the orange socks. This is just a nice, colorful uniform matchup, and the helmet matchup was actually really nice here. And again, I said it with the Rams, I wasn't a fan of them, but this white one with the yellow pants, this is the best look of the bunch. The reason why they took us out of the alternate made it their primary road uniform because it was so popular. This is just a nice, colorful matchup here, even though the Bengals wore black jerseys. It just looked really nice on the field. I know, hate to say it as a Ravens fan, but I will say this. The Bengals uniforms in this matchup, they look really good. And the helmet matchup, severely underrated. And if you're a jersey connoisseur like me, maybe in a few years from now, decades from now, you'll look back and be like, wow, this is a really, really good uniform matchup. Number 5, we're going old school with Super Bowl 27 and 28 between the Bills and Cowboys. Now, again, I put these Super Bowls together because they essentially wore the same exact thing. The Bills went with their blue jerseys, white pants, and red socks. The Cowboys, classic look here, white jerseys, silver pants, and the white socks. And even these Bills blue jerseys back then were really nice too. The Bills have always had some nice, solid uniforms. And again, the red helmet, I personally like a lot better than the white helmet now. They're both great, don't get me wrong. But this is just a timeless classic look here. And the Cowboys, you can't beat that classic look. As much as I hate to say it, it was a very, very good uniform matchup. You think the Bills should bring back the red helmets? Let me know down below. The number 4 uniform Super Bowl matchup here was from Super Bowl 29 between the Chargers and 49ers. 49ers with their classic old school look here, the red jerseys, white pants, and red socks is their uniform back in the day before their modern ones now. And the Chargers, the white jerseys, navy pants, and the white socks. And the Chargers have always had some really, really good uniforms. I really think, as much as I love the powder blues and their white helmet even now and even back in the 2000s, the navy helmet, I actually like this a lot. I wouldn't be upset if they brought this back as a classic alternate helmet for the Chargers this time around. And even with the navy pants, it's just a nice, cool look. I like the Niners shadow drop on the numbers here, and even the Chargers with the lightning bolt on the shoulder pads. It's a really, really nice classic uniform matchup. And if the Chargers ever consider bringing these back as a classic uniform, I wouldn't hate it. I'd welcome it with open arms. The number 3 uniform matchup in Super Bowl history, in my personal opinion, that's again going to be, might be a little bit biased here. That's from Super Bowl 47 between the Ravens and 49ers. Ah, what a time. This was such a great Super Bowl, man. Around my 18th birthday also. And again, you know what? I digress. I'm not going to talk about the game itself. We don't talk about it here on Fox Talks jerseys. The Ravens with their white jerseys, black pants, and the black-white socks. The Niners, classic look here, the red jerseys, gold pants, and the red and white socks. Niners are making continuous appearance on here because, well, their uniforms are just that damn good. But the Ravens uniforms, that white jersey with the black pants, not the best of the Ravens uniform combination in my opinion, but still a good one nonetheless. But this is a nice, colorful matchup here, even though the Ravens wore the white and black, but it meshed well with the Niners gold and red here. Just really looked really good. And also the helmet matchup here. Whew, how nice is that? Both helmets are probably top 10, top 5 in the NFL right now. Might be a little bit biased here with one of them. I'm just saying. Number 2, it took a little bit because I had to kind of rewatch a little bit. It wasn't going to be on here at first, but as I kept looking at it, watching highlights, I'm like, this was a really, really good uniform matchup. And that's the Super Bowl 34 between the Rams and Titans. The Rams with their white look, the gold pants, and the blue socks. The Titans went with their navy jersey, white pants, and the navy socks. I think the Rams always had some good uniforms back then. I love this helmet here with the giant horns on the side here. This reminds me also of their St. Louis days. Bring back the Rams of St. Louis. And the Titans white helmet, I think this is the better of the Titans uniforms. I like the Titans navy with the light blue on the shoulders here. This is just a good jersey matchup, and the helmet matchup is great too. But the number 1 uniform Super Bowl matchup, in my personal opinion, I know it might be controversial. Some might not even agree with him. Some might even put it in the top 10. But I somehow like it for some reason. That's Super Bowl 50 between the Panthers and Broncos. Panthers went with their black jerseys, silver pants, and the black and white socks. The Broncos went with their all-white look and blue and white socks. And the helmet matchup here was really nice too. I like these Panthers uniforms a lot. I still like them to this day. And the black jersey looked really sharp against the Broncos all-white set here. Just a nice, really uniform matchup. Not too much color going on. The black versus the white here with the silver pants and everything. It just looked really good. And again, I don't know why. I just think this is a really, really nice uniform matchup. And I think the Super Bowl 50 logo kind of goes with it. I know people like the traditional Roman numerals, but the 50 just looked really good. The patch on both jerseys. The helmet matchup's good. I don't know why it seems simple, but I like this one a lot. It's one of my favorite Super Bowl matchups. And that is my list of my 10 favorite Super Bowl matchups strictly in uniforms. And let me know down below, what was your favorite one? Which one did you like? Did I get one wrong? Did I get them right? Let me know down below. As always, you can check out everything on Fonz Talk, shares, whatever you want on this page as well. Subscribe, hit the bell, tell a couple of friends. Like I said a couple weeks ago at the Super Bowl, I was going to do a couple more videos pertaining to the 2023 season. That includes the final stats from both the AFC and NFC teams. A lot of stats on this one. You definitely want to check them out when they come out sometime next week. And after that, we got a lot of other videos. I know the MLB season's coming. We got to preview that. Some City connectors came out too. City jerseys, you know, the whole thing. Got a lot of stuff on this channel. I can't wait for you to check it out. If you want to follow my personal stuff, my YouTube channel, Fonz the Falcon, that's my main channel. We're going to post some random wholesome content in my podcast on there too. Slickback Kickback Report. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, everything down below, Fonz the Falco. You definitely won't miss out on all my wholesome and nice content. I appreciate you guys for checking out this video. You guys are the absolute best. Have a good day, good night, good evening, whenever you're watching said video, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace out.